Thanks, Chandler. Well, it's time to hit the runway. There's a fall fashion takeover happening this season at the Columbia Museum of Art, and an iconic new exhibit is opening this weekend. I am so glad to have Jackie Adams, Director of Art and Learning at the Columbia Museum of Art, here to tell us more about this new edition. Thanks so much for stopping by, Jackie. So this new edition is called Rendez-Vouz. It's highlighting the work of designer Alexander McQueen. Let's talk about McQueen a little bit. He's iconic, of course, in the fashion world and now in the art world.
That's right. Alexander McQueen, before he passed away, he did some really iconic fashion that has inspired many different fashion designers throughout the decades. And now it's kind of crossed over into the art world because when you look at his work, it's very artistic and it's very sculptural and it's inspired artists of all different genres.
Absolutely. And when we're talking about, of course, fashion, especially here, you think about New York, you think about LA. So how and why was the Columbia Museum of Art chosen for this?
You know, I know it's a little bit of a surprise to see it here, actually. And my question to people is, why not Columbia? You know, Columbia is a very creatively conscious city. It's a very fashion-forward city. And what's even better is that we are going to be a hub of one of the greatest fashion designers of the 21st century. And so other fashion-conscious cities like Charleston and Charlotte and Atlanta are right close by, so they can come and visit us here and really see some remarkable, unique, astounding fashion right here in the Midlands.
Absolutely. I mean, I would just go ahead and put them against each other. Since I moved here to the Midlands, I would say I have seen some looks, some fashion that has just been out of this world, and I feel like this exhibit is perfect right here in Columbia. Talk about some of the key pieces that are going to be featured in the exhibit.
So the exhibit has both fashion and it has photography. So there is another artist that is a part of the exhibit. Her name is Anne Ray, and she was the exclusive photographer behind the scenes of Alexander McQueen during his runway shows. So what you'll see is some iconic photography from her, and one piece in particular is an image of the 90s model Shalom Harlow. And it was an iconic moment in fashion on the runway, and it's a photograph of her in a dress where she came out on the runway and she kind of looked like a ballet dancer, and these robots sprayed her with paint as the dress turned around.
Wow.
So it was very unexpected, very shocking for the fashion industry at the time. And Anne Ray, the photographer that you'll see also on display, shot the moment, captured it, and it's a very beautiful artistic photograph. For Alexander McQueen, you're going to see representations of all the different collections that he created during his lifetime. And one of my favorites is the collection called Plato's Atlantis.
Okay.
And they're structurally, sculpturally, just very beautiful garments. And they sort of have an aquatic theme to them. And when you get to be this up close, you get to see a master craftsperson on display. It's really, truly special in that respect.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the things, even in me just looking up McQueen's work in the past and seeing just that, you know, attention to detail is something that he is just known for. So it's going to be really exciting to see these pieces up close and personal. So talk about anything else that you guys have coming up for the fall at the Columbia Museum of Art.
You know, if all of this fashion is like really inspiring your inner diva, we've got some really fun programming too to go along with the exhibition. We're going to be having a workshop where we will teach people how to literally walk on a runway and how models are trained. And by the way, it's very hard work, very hard work. It looks deceiving, but it's hard. But we're going to actually teach people how to do some of these skills that the fashion industry does. So we're going to look at photography, we're going to look at modeling, runway, and then we're also going to have some fun, and we're going to throw some really great community-centered parties where you're going to see like Vogue Ballroom on display, which is a movement that Alexander McQueen himself was really inspired by and has inspired the movement too. So lots of fun stuff.
Yes, looking forward to it. And of course, you do not want to miss this new exhibit at the museum. Tickets are on sale now. Rendezvous opens tonight at the Columbia Museum of Art. Tickets are $15, but it is free for members. This will be on display until January of next year. So you still do have some time to catch this beautiful exhibit if you don't have time this weekend. Jackie, it is always a pleasure. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see it.
Thank you.